A very good morning to you all. I'm a little nervous to speak in front of big speakers and achievers. To many of you who knows me, to many who don't know me, I'm Taara Umesh. I'm from a remote village in Chikmagalur district in Karnataka. I rose from ashes, grew up with pain, hunger, agony, humiliation. I have never seen my mom. I don't even remember seeing her face. My mom passed away when she was giving birth to my younger sister. We were 8 children, no caretaker. Anyways, poverty, we are basically farmers. Without food, without proper clothes, without footwear, without the toilets at home. We grew up without parental care or guidance. I was good in studies. I studied till my schooling, but unfortunately, my family could not afford my school fees. I could not do my higher education. Today, I'm standing before you because the courage I had to face everything, to learn, though it is late in my life. My dad passed away after my father got married again after my mom passed away, thinking that my stepmother will take care of us. But unfortunately, he brought a villain in our life. She gave birth to another 5 children. Imagine our plight. Anyway, she became a real Cinderella mom for us. We had it all as a stepmother, normally everyone do. We were disseminated, tortured. And then I started working as a laborer in my own farms. I learned everything as a laborer do in the village, in the farms. I experienced everything as a farmer or a village girl or a poor girl without father and mother. Then I met my husband at the age of 17 years. The moment he saw me, he proposed me. He said, I love you. And he waited for me for 4 years because my older sister is supposed to get married. 4 long years of longing, 4 years of love. I was like feeling like cloud 9. It's like a oasis you find in desert. And we got married. We went to Hyderabad to start our new life. And within 2 months, he got selected for French government scholarship in Paris. He left to Paris. When he came back, we started our life in Bangalore. He started doing some small freelancing job as a painter and creative job. By then, I had 2 children. And he got the job in Chennai in an animation studio. I came along with my children, having no idea that where my life is going towards. The new city, I don't know anyone, no language to learn everything. Anyway, my husband's salary was very less, very small amount, so I thought I should do something. I started a small sari business, some catering business, tailoring business, to just cope up. After a while, my husband lost the job, unfortunately. And he tried doing something in the Chennai city, but he was not succeeded. So he moved back to Bangalore to start his creative agency. When I started living in Chennai with him, I noticed that my husband is cheating on me. I couldn't take it. I didn't tell this to my children. I thought they don't understand. But they were matured enough to understand. They found some changes in their dad. But it was very difficult for me to take that. I couldn't digest. Because the man who proposed me at first sight, the man who said, I love you in the first sight, the man who waited for me for 4 years, I had all the hope on my future only because of him. I did not know that I'm going to stand in front of you and talking today. Because my life was coming in only with my family and my children. Anyways, he moved. I started my life with my children without him in Chennai. But I have to tell you, after my husband gone to Bangalore, he started distancing from me. He changed the women in their life as such close. I am not ashamed to say this, which I experienced. I wanted all the women to speak about their struggle, their hunger, their abuse, the betrayal of love marriage. Anyway, I started my life again with the coordination in the smaller way. Having small school-going children, I learned a bit of everything in the life. Without having the landline, without knowing the language, without knowing the place, I used to go to PCO office and sit for hours together to make few calls. And then collecting the pictures for the models. Where do I go? Somehow, by God's grace, I started collecting. And then taking the heavy albums with the photographs in the city bus and showing to all the advertising agencies and come back in the bus again to save the money of auto. Back home, my children were small. I had to take care of them and myself. All the house chores I used to do. Life was tough and it was very challenging. But I did not give up. I really worked hard in an unknown place without anyone's help. I didn't know even English, Tamil. Life taught me everything. Slowly, I became little strong, and I have to tell you that I'm the first female model coordinator in South. My life was going very smoothly, little quite, I was so happy. And then I became a casting director. Lot of clientele started coming. My business was improving again and again every time, by God's grace. By then, I constructed a house for the shooting purpose to suit the requirement of the photographer, cinematographer, and the director. Then I started a branch office in Bombay. I worked for almost all the clientele in India. I also received quite a few awards as a best casting director. And I have to tell you guys, I have introduced thousands of the models and the new talents to the field in my 40 years journey. I'm very proud to say that again. There are many of them are doing very well in the film industry, in other field also. Then my children were growing up. My daughter went to USA to study her film direction course and came back. She stood with me as a strong pillar. She was my daughter, my mother, my friend, tutor, guide, philosopher, whatever you want to call. But she was everything for me. After some time, my husband passed away in Bangalore, and I really felt bad. Whatever he has done, I'm here because of him today. Because the great thing he did was that he put me into casting and coordination. So I'm ever grateful to him. Then slowly I started moving towards the spirituality. I learned Reiki, meditation, started doing my spiritual sadhanas and my social service also. Then my son became a photographer and he was doing very well. Unfortunately, my daughter fell in love with a guy in Bangalore. I noticed that she was little disturbed. But when she was going to Bangalore, I did not know that I will never see my daughter again. I encourage and request all the parents to notice your children's behavioral changes. Sit with them and talk to them, ask them what problem they are going through, and tell them that ditching relationship is not the end of the life. And for the youngsters, please think of your parents before you do or take such actions. I don't want any parents to go through the way I went through and I'm going through. My daughter took her life. She left a note for me. She wrote, "Mom, I'm not strong as you. I'm sorry. I love you." She meant that, Mama, I'm not strong enough to take the betrayal of love. And I'm sorry. She ended her life just because of one boy. My child was beautiful and talented, intelligent girl. She was very kind, loving, caring, and she wanted to become a good director in India. Along with her ambition, dream, everything died. I learned from her how to express the love like Nirja does. And also, I learned everything what she taught me. But the moment of that weakness, the anger, she took her life. It was a very difficult moment for me. Anyways, life has to go on. I started working again and again more. I continued with my spiritual sadhanas. Life is like always a merry-go-round. Goes up and comes down. Like my life, my professional life also went up and down. But I did not give up. I continued my social service, whatever the situation it was. I am a very strong lady today, standing in front of you all, having experienced every disaster in my life. Today, I'm a successful and professional casting director. I run a professional casting agency. I'm very thankful to God that He has given me this opportunity. And now I am moving towards spiritual path. I am seeking the blessings from the universe. I don't know my last, or maybe last quarter of my life, what God has plans for me. The universe, whenever I fell down, it pulled me up. Whenever I faced some problem and struggles, I rose up because I know behind every of my actions, God's hand is there. I faced it all. Anyway, I wanted to leave a few messages to you all. Life is not about love failure. Life is not about cheating. Life is not about the betrayal. Life is to rise above all like a phoenix. Loving, caring, kindness, helping others without expecting anything is the purpose of the life. Be content for what you have. Be grateful to the family and the friends and whoever there in your life, in your good and bad days. And don't be ashamed to say that I had bad days. But the truth is, you had the bad days. But when you overcame all the things in your life, that's the life. That's the matter. I thank you all for listening to me. And I thanks TEDx and the Crescent College to give me an opportunity to share all my feelings and experiences. Thank you all. God bless. I thank you all for listening to me. And I thanks TEDx and the Crescent College to give me an opportunity to share all my feelings and experiences. Thank you all. God bless.